How'd you get in there, buddy? You're supposed to be out here with me! How's it howlin', everybody? Wolf Prince Leon here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokémon Legends Arceus. In the last episode, we got a little more on how to play the game, but we spent more time grinding and catching a few new Pokémon and evolving others. So in this episode, well, we're gonna probably continue the main story. Sorry it took so long to get to this. I needed a break after how long the other episodes have been so far for Pokemon Legends Arceus. So after starting up the Digimon one, as well as a surprise entry for one of my favorite games, Halo Reach, I'm ready to get back into this full power. I'm probably going to do the same after a few more episodes of this. Every few episodes of Arceus, I'll take a break and do an episode or two of Digimon Cyber Sleuth or possibly smaller videos and no commentaries. But enough about that. We have a mission to do. So without further delay, let's get wild! So like I mentioned in the Digimon Let's Play, I'm not going to be reading out every single piece of dialogue. Instead, I'm just going to be reacting to it. Kind of like how the Niskel does with his Danganronpa reviews and Let's Plays and other stuff like that. It's a lot easier that way, and it's a little more interesting in my opinion, because I can't even do voices like Nico B can. Listen to me ramble. We're supposed to be doing some playing, so let's play. Attaboy. Oh right, I also added Drifloon to my team because I wanted something a little different. Oh, that also reminds me. So, at the end of the last episode, I had two of my members learn some new moves from the tutor. So, we're going to give you Aerial Ace, and with that out of the way, oh, we should probably start seeing about giving you some experience, Drifloon. That's a little extra experience for you, Drifloon. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way! Could it be? Please be it, 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 please, 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 please! Come on! Get it! It is! It's Espeon! Cue the info card! Out of all the evolutions, Espeon is, without a doubt, my favorite, hands down. No question about it. Introduced in Generation 2, this one you typically get by maxing out or getting high enough on Eevee's friendship and then leveling it up during the daytime. Doing it during the nighttime gets you Umbreon, and if you have a Fairy-type move, you'll end up with Sylveon. But believe me, this Pokemon is more than worth the effort. It's tied with Glaceon as having the highest special attack of any evolution. Combined with that phenomenal speed stat and access to the regular Psychic-type trilogy of Confusion, Psybeam, and Psychic, along with moves like Shadow Ball, and you've got yourself, without a doubt, the biggest Psychic-type juggernaut you could ever ask for from the Generation 4 and older. Believe me, I love using this Pokemon for a reason. It is that good. This is one of the 6 Pokemon I want to have on my final team, because Espeon has never let me down before. Not in XD, not in Colosseum, not in Heart Gold, not in Sun and Moon, not in Sword, and especially not gonna fail me here. Ooh, and he gets a new move. Whew. I didn't expect to have this be my first info card of the day. But who am I kidding? I love this! Let's see what you got. So you've learned Confusion. That's a good move for a starting Psychic type. It's basic, but it does a good amount of damage, especially when you consider the same type attack bonus or stab. You see, whenever a psychic type, or rather, a Pokemon of a type uses a move of the same type that it is, it gets a bonus damage multiplier. That's called the same type attack bonus, or stab, as we like to call it. So, with my new buddy upgraded, big time, looks like we gotta get some work done. Yep, it looks like it really was stroke of luck that I found Eevee here the other day. While we're at it, all right. If I can sneak up on a Pokemon with this thing, it might actually be able to catch it better. And I'll make one of these. Okay. I'm not just first star, I'm second star, baby. I've been doing a little grinding, like I said before, so that we can be ready for this. Yes, sir. So here's our quest. Is that a Munchlax? I see you. How do you do? Yes, I am. Of course. I made sure my Pokemon were strong enough specifically so I could help out. Wardens of the Diamond Clan. Yeah, I was always Diamond over Pearl anyway. Huh. Perceptive. Okay. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I do. Booyah. Ouch. Yep, that's a Munchlax. But that's a partner Pokemon, not a wild Pokemon, so no info card like with the Pikachu before. Uh-oh. Looks like we're doing a battle. If I had remembered right, I probably would have given him his Rock Smash attack. Oh well. Show him your strong style. Hi, Marcus. Woo, nice. Uh-oh. That could be a problem. Show him how to roll out when you roll out. Back! Uh-oh. Air release, let's go! Not good. One more time! Way to go, partner! Ouch! Thank you. Vivichokes? Thank you. What is the job? Oh no. Now what? It's called technology. I don't know if it's an invention, but thank you. Thank you. I know of the Sinnoh region. Almighty what now? I think you're talking about a Pokemon I know as Arceus. I think you mean it's... no. Okay. Okay. You want me to take on an alpha Pokemon? What the? What have we here? Hold on, let's do this right. Let's lure it out. Kricketot! Now here's another little oddball. Introduced in Generation 4, this one's a lot more surprising in its stats, focusing more on physical and special defense as well as HP. However, it does not take advantage of that and has a very shallow move pool. If you really want to use one of these things, I highly recommend that you make sure to evolve it into Cricketune, because that's where it begins to shine. But now, it can't even spark up a glimmer. But we all gotta start somewhere. That's the Pokemon they wanted! Oh boy. And there it goes. And there's another one. I'm thinking I'm hearing a Zubat. Finally! Okay. That should not be enough to complete the Pokédex, though. And Geodude. Oh my goodness. There's Geodude right there! Now, here's a classic one. Hailing from one of the original 151 of Generation 1, the Geodude line's claim to fame is physical. Geodude itself has a high physical attack, along with an even higher physical defense. It's very slow, but strong. However, it has a problem shared with all rock and ground type Pokemon. It's got a ×4 weakness to grass and water, very commonly used types amongst other weaknesses. However, I would not dissuade you from using it because when you use it right, it can be a very good tank and counter. Give it moves like Gyro Ball and other moves that take advantage of weight and slow speed, and you've got a Pokemon that can really do some damage. There's no such thing as a useless Pokemon, in my opinion. It's all a matter of how you use it. And this guy is a great example of that. Cherry berries, huh? I already have plenty of cherry berries. I'm getting them from Pokemon, believe it or not. I already do that. Ooh, thank you. Nice. Okay, I can't remember if whether or not Geodude is hostile or... Well, I'm about to find out. Here goes nothing. Ha! It worked! Nice! Zubat! Once again, we've got a Pokemon hailing from the original 150 of Generation 1. But while Geodude's claim to fame was physical, Zubat's claim to fame is speed. This line is a very zippy little bugger with high speeds above all else. Give it moves like Confuse Ray and Toxic, and you've got something that can cripple your opponents before they can even make a move. But you also got to be careful, because these things can also be glass cannons if done wrong. But don't get me wrong, that can still work, especially when you get your hands on the final evolution of this line, Crobat. But we'll get to that if we get to a Crobat in the wild. Back to the action. Alley-oop! Whew! Now for you. So that's a few Pokemon already we've caught on this side of the bridge. Now there's a specimen. Alley-oop! Whoa, that one's a big one! I'll have to check that later. So far, we've gotten some Starly. Ladies and gentlemen, our next Alpha Pokemon! Alpha Weasel. Oh, no, not Weasel! Floatzel! The evolved form of Weasel. But again, it's an Alpha Pokemon, so we're going to avoid using a info card here. The point is, we needed to get away from there and fast. Whew. Oh my gosh. You can nap it here. That was just a pleasant surprise. So that's what was sleeping earlier. Hello. That looks like another thing, but it's moving? Only one way to find out. I'll teach you to get the drop on us! Whew. So we got more tumblestones. So, I guess that's our introduction to a new aspect. Pokemon can be hiding in those same points where we can have our Pokemon attack. Hello. It's nearby? Standler! Now here's a Pokemon that seems a bit underrated in my opinion. Hailing from Generation 2, when you first look at Standler, its physical attack, special attack, and speed might make you think it's automatically an attacker, right? But if you take a look at its move pool, it has access to moves like Hypnosis, Confuse Ray, and Sand Attack, making it more of a hinderer, not unlike Zubat. It's actually worth a try if you want to give it a shot, especially in this game because it actually introduces an evolution for Stantler. If you want to get weirdier, you would have to get a Stantler, have it learn Psy Shield Bash, and use it in Agile style 20 times in Hisui in order to access the evolution. I'd actually give it a try even without the evolution because Stantler needs a little more love. It needs some kind of attention, especially after that awesome episode in Pokemon Johto Journeys with the baby Stantler and Brock. It needs some love. Well, I guess the story's gonna have to wait anyway. And that's another new Pokemon for the family. That is just plain awesome. Iron Chunk? That might come in handy later. Well, only one way to find out. Here we go. Burmy! Oh no, Burmy! While I still believe there's no such thing as a useless Pokemon, there are some that are harder to recommend than others. And unfortunately, Burmy and its evolution line is one of them. This one is more like a gimmick. It basically creates a cloak based on where it's battling all the time, and that doesn't really give it much other than some secondary types that are more detrimental than an asset. Combine that with the fact that it has lackluster stats and even more lackluster evolutions, and you've got a Pokemon that is really hard to recommend. If you want to use one, be prepared to have to put in some extra effort because Burmy, it just needs it if it wants to be viable even outside of competitive play. But we can still catch it for the Pokedex. Boom! We caught a new Pokemon for the Pokedex. And there's more Stantler around here. A lot more. This must be their domain. Looks like there's another Pokemon up over there. And Shinx! No way! It's a wild Pokemon, so I gotta talk about it. That's Gyarados! Now, here's a bit of a surprise. We're talking about the evolution first before we've even met its first stage. Gyarados comes from the original 151 of Generation 1, and it is by definition a juggernaut of a Pokemon. You have to evolve it from a near useless Magikarp, but when you get Gyarados, you've got a high physical attack stat, an oddly good special defense stat, and some decent speed, along with a great moveset. This thing is often considered worth the effort because it can wipe out a lot of things if you play it right. Unfortunately, we don't have the means of getting that Gyarados that we see flying around there. That's going to be much later in the game, honestly. But hey, we get a good sneak peek and we get to talk about it now rather than later. Cool. It's such a shame we can't even reach it now. Darn! Oh well. I think we've gathered enough info to warrant. Hold on. More merit points, huh? We'll have to look into that later. To the field camp. Let's return. Talk to Mr. Leventon. We caught a bunch of new Pokemon today. Yeah. Thank you. So we've gathered a little extra money. I can't believe I actually evolved my Eevee. That's probably a side quest or something. And I've already completed the Kricketot thing. And the Geodude? Really? Okay then. Oh, so I'm already close to the next rank too. I'm going to continue my excursion. However, I'm actually going to mix it up a little bit. I actually want to use one of the new Pokemon as part of my team. I've already got a flying type with Arrow, so I can't use Zubat. So how about... Hold on. I've already got an electric type. Alright. Time to give Geodude another run. I used Geodude in Heart Gold and it didn't let me down there. Especially when I was able to evolve it into a Golem. So I guess Geodude gets its second wind. And I'm going to give my little buddy his own name. How about... Oh, I know. Quake. Like an earthquake. Alright then. So how about we take a good rest and... Alright. And we're back. And we have the Kricketot data, so I... Oh, right, he wanted the Spriggy Mushroom. I can't remember who it was who wanted the Kricketot. Well, there's an easy way to find out. Oh, her. Okay, relax. More Vivichokes. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see if we can't do a little more. Where were we? We were up there where we encountered, or rather saw, the Gyarados. I don't think we've been this way before. Well, at the very least, we can get this. Quick, open it up! Oh. Here's the problem I was talking about a few episodes ago. We don't have enough room in our satchel. So, there is an easy solution to this. Let's empty it out a bit by crafting. And now we have another thing of Stardust, meaning we can get a little extra... Okay, this music is a little ominous. Never mind. Alright, attaboy. Abra! If you're looking for a Pokemon that exudes potential, look no further than Generation 1's Abra. Whenever you encountered this thing, it would always try to teleport away on the first chance it got. So you had to be fast trying to catch it. But if you can catch it, you've got a Pokemon that even in Stage 1 has a high special attack. All it needs is some TMs and it could do some damage. But when you get it to Alakazam, it's considered one of the most powerful Pokemon in the original Gen 1. Sure, it's kind of got nerfed in later generations, but it's still a popular pick for a reason. So if you see an Abra, try to catch it. It's worth it. No way! Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Here. Now! No way! Huh? Oh, not yet. It leveled up. Can't remember what level Hydra's gonna evolve. But it'll evolve, and when it does, it'll be awesome. But forget about that! We just got an Abra! Is that what my... that was the one Pokemon mentioned in the... Now... Oh, good lordy. That's an Alpha Staravia! Yep. Danger zone, for sure. Yeah, until you're strong enough, you gotta stay way clear of these alpha Pokemon. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me try something. Yeah! It actually works? No way! So you can actually distract... You can actually distract alpha Pokemon with food? That is just plain awesome. Alpha Cricketune! Oh boy. Wait a second! That's a wild Cricketune! Remember when I said that Kricketot really starts to shine once it evolves? Well, here it is. Along with the normal stats and HP, its new stats favor speed and physical attack, allowing it to use moves like Slash, X-Scissor, Cut, and other moves like that very effectively. Not the best physical attacker in the game, but it's definitely a step up from its evolution. No way! Well, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well do it all the way. Alley-oop! Hip! Come on. I actually caught it? Oh! Looks like Cody got a new move. What do you got, Cody? Baby doll eyes? Really? Sure, it lowers offensive stats, but like, I don't want to give him a fairy type move. At least not now. But holy cow! We got a Cricketune and a Cricketot! No, rather, we got a Cricketot and a Cricketune. What do you got? Fox. Oh, it's just an iron. Careful. Don't let them see you. No way! Paris! When people think of Paris, they think Paris, France, or they even think the Parasaurolophus from Dinosaur King. No one really thinks about the bug grass type Pokemon from Generation 1, which is a real shame because it does have a little bit of potential. I don't know why Chugga Conroy says it's a bad Pokemon because I've used Parasect and Paris in a game before and it got me through. It's gotten to a point where, as far as I've seen, this is the only game in the Switch era that Paris actually appears in. It doesn't appear anywhere else. This thing could use a little respect. It's got a decent physical attack stat and some low speed, yes. It's got some weaknesses with its type, but it's still got potential. Every Pokemon does. Well, what do you know? We're seeing a good number of new Pokemon tonight. Nice. That's another new Pokemon for the collection. That's another new Pokemon for the team. Quake? If I remember correctly, over here should be... I've already got a B-barrel here. Unless it's on the other side. Yeah, it's probably on the other side. There's actually another alpha Pokemon in this area, but I'm pretty sure it's on the other side. So I won't talk about it here. I can do an info card on that one! That's Pichu! I know I keep using the word potential when it comes to some of these Pokemon, but really, that's Pichu in a nutshell. Introduced in Generation 2 as the baby form of the ever iconic Pikachu, this Pokemon may seem weak at first until you realize it has a pretty decent speed stat. But even then, the goal of any baby Pokemon is to get it to its evolution as quickly as possible. For Pichu, you have to level it up with high friendship. It doesn't matter what time of the day, you just gotta max out its friendship, or rather get it high, and then level it up to get Pikachu. But it can learn some pretty good moves like Nuzzle in the meantime, preparing it for that evolution, making Pikachu even more useful than it would if you just caught a raw Pikachu. Hey, that's got some serious poke potential. I got a Pichu! And it was a small one, apparently. Now that one... And there's the Gyarados up close. Again, we can't even get near that thing, so we gotta leave it be. And hopefully we can go in the water later on so we can see some of the Pokemon there. But for now... Oh, here's something. All this exploration is kind of awesome. Kind of. It's actually pretty awesome. So we got some Geodude there, a Shinx over there. No way. Oh, there's another Stadler. Thank you. Just for the heck of it. And that brings me up to 12 for this one. This must be a watering hole for some of the local Pokemon. More Geodude over there. Might be a new area we can explore here. Wait a second. These aren't the same beaches I ran into before, is it? Oh, man! Alpha Graveler! What have we here? Way to go, partner! Tanya, that was amazing! So now we can go in here. Yeah, definitely the last area we're gonna go through today. I have an interesting feeling about this one. We might see some new Pokemon in here. But you know, I'm starting to feel a little uneasy here. It is kind of late after all, and it's been going for a while now. So I'm actually going to call it here. At least for this episode. We're currently in Oreboro Tunnel. So next time on Pokemon Legends Arceus, we're going to continue exploring Oreboro Tunnel and find out what's in here before doubling back to take on the Alpha Pokemon that Mai wants us to take on. Until then, thank you for watching. Have a good day. I'm Wolf Prince Leon, and... Okay. Right here should be good. Should be safe here. See you next time, folks.